Hello everybody and welcome back to CaiKeys. It's been a while but we've been quite busy. You see, we've bought another car and we've got a few plans for that thing. We're going to take it on a bit of a journey, we're going to go somewhere quite far away, but what have we purchased? Well, it's a Citroen BX. It doesn't turn on. The Citroen BX was Citroen's attempt at an affordable family car. Produced between 1982 and 1994, Citroen made over 2 million of these fantastically styled things. Sold over here under the tagline "Loves driving, hates garages." It's fairly funny considering that this one's been sat in one for quite some time. So this is our new 1988 Citroen BX facelift, and I'm going to be completely honest, the more I look at it, the less confident I am. This has the legendary 1.9 litre XUD, but as I said, we can't get it started. When I did purchase this, it did start, it did run, we got it into the garage, and now it won't. So I'm not feeling incredibly optimistic about this BX because there are a few things that we need to get done before it goes on the road. Firstly, as I said, the car doesn't actually start. It has no battery in it right now, but there's something wrong with the starter motor. You can kind of get the starter motor clicking by taking this piece of exposed wiring and touching it to the starter, but we can't really reliably start the car like that. There's a few hydraulic leaks, and I think I'm right in saying that that's a Citroen PureTech wet belt that's holding the alternator on. There's also a little bit of redundant wiring here, which doesn't seem to go anywhere. I think we've made a sensible decision. Yes. So why did I purchase such a notoriously iffy car? Well, that's because under the faded red exterior of this plastic, very flimsy bonnet beats the mighty 1.9 litre PSA XUD, quite possibly one of the greatest diesel engines ever made. Ignore the fact that there's a little bit of wood wrapped in duct tape around the back of the manifold. That's not our problem. The fact of the matter is, if we can get this thing running and running reliably, I have no doubt that this will take us a very, very long way to the end of the earth and back. Don't forget to take your shoes off before stepping on the rug. So, a few little problems we've noticed, in addition to the fact that it doesn't start. The hydraulic struts on the plastic boot don't really strut so good anymore. There's a little bit of a funky smell coming from the back where there may have been a body hidden, but the fact of the matter is this car is pretty solid. It's got a bit of a story behind it as well. Apparently an old couple used to own this car and they used to take it into Europe, which might come in handy later. On trips they towed a caravan on this thing because there is a... Where's the tow hook gone? There was a tow hook on the back of here. They'd caravan it through France, Germany, Italy, and the old chap who owned it, unfortunately, passed away, and his wife kept this car for many a year in the garage. She couldn't get rid of it. It changed hands a few times, and then the chap that we purchased this vehicle from attempted to restore it. He's done a few bits and pieces, but it's definitely time to tidy a few of those things up, get this thing properly roadworthy, and give it one final journey that it truly deserves. And if it does well, we'll take it on a few more. But like I said, I've not got massively high hopes. So here we are inside the BX, and like I said, we can't really get it on the road because it doesn't start, but this is a facelift BX, so we have the fantastic Citroen single spoke wheel, but unfortunately we have the much more toned down dashboard. If you look at a pre-facelift, these things look like the interior of a TIE fighter, and whilst the facelift is still a little bit odd, the Citroen seem to have kind of lost the quirkiness that they used to have. It seems to be a bit of a Citroen thing, but this is going to be where we're going to spend many an hour, ideally taking this on a very long, interesting journey. Quick side note, all classic car owners, stop installing these bloody terrible Chinese head units. They are abysmal. That'll be one of the first things we'll be taking out. We will be replacing that with a period accurate 1980s Kenwood, because why not? But aside from that, yes, just a fairly quick video of the new CaiKeys project. You will see a lot more of this thing. So if you want to see us try and probably fail at getting this thing roadworthy, give us a like and subscribe. I think I'm looking forward to it. I think. Right, so as far as safety goes, we've got seat belts which were made in a country which no longer exist. We have 0 airbags. Like I say, half the car is made of plastic, but the positive of that is that if we end up in a ditch, we can very easily push the car back out of it. It'll probably actually float out. This thing weighs absolutely nothing, which is a good thing because this XUD is only pushing out around 60 brake horsepower and probably not that much more torque. Oh, I also need to add that this is a naturally aspirated XUD. You could get these with a turbo. This doesn't have the turbo. And I don't really think we have plans to put a turbo onto it. So we're going to get by with the lovely naturally aspirated power of the legendary XUD. Also, this has the herringbone tweed seats, which are very lovely, in very good condition and quite rare. So if we die horribly in a crash, it's reassuring to know that we'll be dying on some very, very nicely upholstered seats. And we'll probably be the last to die on them. Does that infer that the previous owner died whilst driving this car? I can neither confirm nor deny that. So in conclusion, if you are looking to see us die horribly in a crash in a vehicle which has no right to be on the road, like and subscribe and follow us along on this journey, because although this thing doesn't move right now, when it does, you should be very, very concerned. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video, because we've got big plans. Right, time to push it back. Like 870 kilos feels a lot heavier when there's no engine that's working. Little help. Oh, the Yaris's window has fallen out, but...
Slowly. Breathe.
How's that?
Brilliant. First man to ever get rear-ended by himself.
Citroen BX loves driving, hates garages. Hates driving, hates garages. Hates Citroen, loves garages. Citroen.